Satan's plan to erase the Sabbath, the real agenda behind Sunday. This isn't just about a day. This is about a cosmic conspiracy, a war against the law of God, a master deception, and you may already be trapped in it. Because behind Sunday worship lies an agenda, and Satan is the architect. From the very beginning, Satan has had one goal: to be like the Most High. Isaiah 14:13-14. But how do you dethrone God when you can't reach his throne? You attack his law. You aim at the very command that identifies him as the Creator, the fourth commandment. Remember the Sabbath day, to keep it holy. For in 6 days the Lord made heaven and earth. Exodus 20:8-11. The Sabbath is the seal of God's authority. It reveals who he is, what he created, and why he alone is worthy of worship. So, if Satan could remove the Sabbath, he could remove God's mark from the minds of his people. And that's exactly what he did, not by force, but by deception, the strategy of deception. Satan knows the Bible. He knows he cannot erase the Sabbath from Scripture. So instead, he sought to confuse the world, counterfeit the command, and corrupt the church. Enter Sunday worship, a day never commanded by God, never kept by Jesus, and never honored by the apostles. But how did it take hold? Through the back door of compromise. In AD 321, Roman Emperor Constantine, a pagan sun worshipper, issued a law declaring Sunday the day of rest, not in honor of Christ, but in honor of Sol Invictus, the invincible sun god. Later, the Roman Catholic Church made it official. They declared, "Sunday is our mark of authority. The Church is above the Bible, and this transference is proof of that fact." Catholic Record, September 1st, 1923. Did you catch that? They claim to have changed God's law, and the world followed. But who was really behind this? Satan. He hid behind emperors and bishops, behind tradition and ritual. But the fingerprints of Lucifer are all over the Sunday deception. Confronting the world. To the pastor who says the Sabbath was only for Jews, read Genesis. Adam wasn't Jewish. To the priest who says the church changed the day, read Revelation. No man has the right to change God's eternal law. To the imam who points out Christian compromise, look again. Even Islam ignores the true Sabbath of Scripture. To the skeptic who scoffs, you are fulfilling prophecy without even knowing it. Daniel 7:25 warned of a power that would think to change times and laws. Only one law in the 10 Commandments is both a time and a law, the Sabbath, and Revelation 13 and 14 warn of a coming crisis, a forced counterfeit worship system at the center of it. The battle between the Sabbath and Sunday, the final crisis. God is calling his people out of Babylon, out of confusion, out of tradition, out of Sunday worship, and back to his commandments. Revelation 14:12 declares, "Here is the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of God and the faith of Jesus." This is not about legalism, it's about loyalty. Satan doesn't care if you're religious, he only cares if you're obedient. He doesn't mind if you go to church, as long as it's on the wrong day. Because the day you worship is not just a preference, it reveals who you serve. Final challenge. The line is being drawn. The war is almost over. The final test will be about worship. Will you stand with God and his Sabbath, or will you kneel to Satan's counterfeit? The truth is no longer hidden. The choice is now yours. Which side will you choose before the final seal is placed?